Tonight's the night. I've never felt more anxious or more sure in my entire life. For 2 years, 6 months, and 13 days, I've been debating with myself whether this is the right thing to do. Whether she's ready. Whether I'm ready. I've put myself through countless sleepless nights trying to convince myself that this is what I really want, but always coming up with some excuse to change my mind. But not tonight. For the first time in I don't know how long, I feel completely and positively sure that this is what I want. I love her. We met about 3 years ago, at a time when we were both very mentally unstable, though she was probably worse than me. We were both suffering from depression, but for very different reasons. Her dad had just passed away, a long-time battle with leukemia that finally got the best of him. And me? Well, I never really was sure what was wrong with me. Just a constant want to put an end to it all. We sat next to each other in our support group and, I don't know, somehow found comfort in each other. Eventually we started hanging out outside the group, and not too long after that, a relationship formed. It started off very rocky, with both of us having random but frequent breakdowns, one of us always having to comfort the other. We played off each other's emotions a lot, usually emulating how the other one felt. It took a solid 5 months into our relationship before she moved on from her father's death and finally could smile again. I still wasn't sure what was wrong with me or why I was depressed, but I managed to hide those feelings and at least pretend I was happy for her sake. Things went smoothly for a while after that, and for the first time since we started dating, we actually acted like a legitimate couple, not just two people who would hold each other when one of us started crying. Her return to normality had its effects on me, and over time, I gradually felt myself having fewer days I felt sad, and more days when I could say I was truly happy. The smiles on my face started actually having meaning behind them, unlike the previous ones that were only painted on to appease the masses. It was almost as if my depression had faded into the back pages of my history, and I could finally move on with my life. Then, about 1.5 years into our relationship, those bad feelings started coming back, and I could feel myself falling back into that depression I had tried so hard to repress. I always tried to keep it hidden from her. I didn't want her to worry about me. However, it was only a matter of time before she found out, and unfortunately it came in the worst way. My sudden lapse of self-control left me concerned that she would leave, but she never did. Instead, she kept carrying on with life just as she had for the past year. The incident seemed to pass her by, and she just kept smiling. It almost made me wonder if it had even happened, or if it was just a crazy dream that I had. Unfortunately, dreams don't leave physical scars. It took about a month after the incident, but then life continued for me as it had before, and my feelings of depression were once again subdued. I still fear that one day they might come back, and if they do, all I can hope is that I'm able to have more self-control, but I'll cross that bridge if I get to it. We've been going strong ever since then, and my love for her only goes stronger every day. I guess that's what brought me to tonight. I love her. I want to spend the rest of my life with her. She's my world, and I can't imagine life without her. Tonight's the night. I've never felt more alone or unsure in my entire life.